Let's get it. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin TA. We're going to take a look at how the week closed off, see why we're running into some resistance right now, and we're going to take a look at the last time this one thing happened. Bitcoin went up almost 7x. In addition, we're going to take a look and see why I think 250k Bitcoin is still very possible for this bull cycle. Let's check it out. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Crypto Cabin. My name is Tom, and in today's video, like I mentioned, we are going to be taking a look at Bitcoin TA. We're going to do this weekly on Tuesdays just to check in on the markets, see how things are going, and then I'll make sure to keep you informed if anything big changes between each Tuesday. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, select all so you get notified when I post new videos. Also, feel free to leave a comment if you would like and ask for, any other type of video that you would want to be talked about on this channel here. So, without any further ado, let's dive right in. Bitcoin closed the week off. We are now on the weekly here. We closed the week above that yellow line that I was talking about on our last week's video, which was right around 53,000, just under 53,000. We did close above, which is very, very positive signs for Bitcoin. We do have this pocket down here in the yellow box there where I was saying it could come down and retest that, but we did not. We closed above, and now we are up and off to the races, or we were during majority of last week there. And we are now running into some resistance right around this 57 to 60k mark. This is going to be the next level of resistance that I believe we need to pass. What is interesting to note is that we seem to run into resistance right around every $10,000. So last bull market cycle, the top was just under $20,000 and then it came crashing down. This year, we've hit resistance at around 30, right around 40, right around 50, and also right around 60. So those are some kind of psychological numbers to keep a lookout for, as well as obviously there's some other resistance factors in there too. But that seems to be where people are maybe psychologically, thinking that those numbers could be areas of support or resistance rather, and now they are turning into areas of support. So we did break through this first area here, 30,000, on some good volume, which was great. That supports the breakout. We came back down, retested, went all the way up, and we even came back down to retest it again down here. So 40,000, once again, once we broke through, wasn't on great volume. We have come back down and have retested 40k there as well. So I would not be surprised, like I said, there's this resistance box here, right around 50k or just below. I wouldn't be surprised if we do come down to test that one more time before we rocket all the way up to all-time highs. Of course, it's never a straight line, but I wouldn't be surprised if we come back down to do a retest there. Looking on a bit of a different chart here, I've got some white lines drawn for particular areas, more specific areas of resistance, and we were just underneath this area here at around 58.6. Rejected off there, and I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, if we come down. In my last video, I talked about potential consolidation along this line right around 52.7. We were able to stay above that, so I wouldn't be surprised if we did come back down to test that at least, like I mentioned, and then potentially come all the way down here to test that $47,000-ish range. This is also where on the daily time frame we've got a lot of moving averages, and EMAs are down here as well for the daily time frame. We got the 21 daily moving average and the 55 moving average, which are now crossing over. So this is usually a bullish cross. Here we've got the shorter time frame crossing over the longer time frame. Last time that happened was back here. Last time that happened was right here, like I said. So the price from there all the way up to there, it did go up about 36%. So not bad. We could be in for something like that as well. But when I'm looking at RSI here, we've had a kind of a double peak here on the RSI, it is up in the overbought territory, so I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, for that to come back down. We didn't have any big volume, or nothing was supported volume-wise in this breakout here. You can see this breakout, when we shot above 52 to 53, we shot all the way up to 55. That volume was way higher than everything else around it. So that breakout was supported. However, this next move up here, we're not getting as much volume support. So we will need to hopefully have the RSI correct a little bit, which it is coming down, I believe. Yeah, we're down 50 in the 50s here on that RSI. Stochastic RSI is also dropping down quite a bit. So we will need to see here if we come down to retest, like I said, the 52-ish level, 53 level, or if we drop all the way down here for that retest. We do want to see whatever, if we do see a breakout, the next one that I'm looking for is going to be a breakout above this zone here. So that is like the area that I showed you guys on the last chart. This area in between kind of 58.5 to 61. If we break through this with volume, we could be off to the races for sure. Now let's talk about what happened the last time Bitcoin did this. I alluded to it in the intro that the last time this happened, Bitcoin went up almost 7x. What I'm talking about is the 21-week EMA crossing over the 200-day moving average. This has typically been a very bullish sign. So it's actually happened twice here within the past couple of years. So the last time, you can hopefully see that here, the orange line, maybe I can make this a little bigger for you. There. So the lines are hopefully a little bit easier to see now. So the orange line there is the 21 weekly EMA, and the blue line is the 200-day moving average, simple moving average. So the last time this happened, like I said, we were right at around just under $8,000 when it came down below and then crossed up. It was on this date, roughly May 18th-ish. Price was just about $8,000, and we ran up all the way to that just under 65,000. So 690 some percent gain. Insane. So we take that. That was the last time. The time before that here, we were right around April 15th, 2019. We rallied up 230-ish%. Okay, so 230 plus the 700-ish%, it's 930%. If we take the average of those two, it's 480%. Okay, so we take a look here. I'm going to switch to log so we can see this a little bit better. So 480% from the price point where these crossed. Okay, so if we take it from the bottom, like I did for the other parts, from the bottom of that wick, right where it crossed, right here, 480% gives us roughly a $270,000 Bitcoin, which would be absolutely incredible. I've seen a lot of people throwing out that $250,000 mark using lots of different metrics, and quite often it comes down to that number. It is uncanny the amount of times that I have seen that number from multiple different people. You go and look at Randall from Crypto Love, you go ahead and look at CVO Crypto. I know BitBoy has his astronomical prediction, which I think is not going to happen. I think that is way too high. It was over 300,000 at some point. And everybody's saying, oh, it's going to be between 100 and 300K, which is a very big range. We don't know what's going to happen with the blow off top, but a lot of different indicators based off of different people's charting seems to show around a 250K Bitcoin, and this is playing right into that. The last thing I wanted to show you guys today here is that people have been talking about, people that are really bearish talk about a 10 to 15K Bitcoin happening again, and people are waiting on the sidelines potentially for those super, super cheap prices. And it depends on how high Bitcoin goes here. But if we do hit that 250 to 270K range, like a lot of different indicators are mentioning, or a lot of different people are finding with different metrics, I don't think that's going to happen. So from the top of the last bull cycle to the very bottom, we dropped right around 85%, about 84%. Let's say 85. That's a pretty significant drop. However, if we do get up to this 270K, let's just say 250, because most things, like I said, are going to be, that's where a lot of people are estimating based on multiple different factors. If we come down 85%, or that 84, we're only getting down to about the 40K mark. Basically, where we had this last retest here at the 40K for a couple weeks here in September, mid to end of September, that retest of 40K could be the last time that you see Bitcoin at 40K. Shouldn't say the last time. We could come down to retest that if this bull cycle plays out similarly to what happened last time. Like I said, if we go on that run, combining the last two times that the 21-week EMA crossed over the 200-day moving average, we go up to 250, 270, and then we crash down that 85%. This would be the retest zone right around 40K. So for those people wanting to wait around for a way, way lower price, you might not get it. So if you're dollar cost averaging, that's great. Dollar cost average, and don't sweat, in my opinion, you don't need to sweat the dollars and cents per se because you're believing in this long term. But if for some reason you are waiting for a $20,000 Bitcoin, $15,000 Bitcoin, $10,000 Bitcoin, if the cycles play out the way that they have based on all this other stuff that we've been looking at, or you can see on other channels, if history never exactly repeats, but it quite often rhymes. So if it gets even anywhere close to these numbers that we're talking about, it might not come back to even 30,000. So holding out and waiting and waiting and waiting is almost a little bit greedy. I would personally rather have some skin in this game than wait and never pull the trigger. So there's my thoughts on Bitcoin and where it is heading long term. Also potentially short term, like I said, could potentially have a short term pullback here, but I am still bullish long term on Bitcoin and crypto in general. If you like this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, like I said, so you get notified for when I post new videos. And leave a comment and let me know what you thought, or if you want any specific topic to be discussed in videos in the future. If you stuck around all the way to the end, thank you so much once again, and I will see you next time on the next episode from the Crypto Cabin. Let's get it.